здесь, в этом ущелье, могут быть змеи, но обычные гадюки. Просто наступать не надо куда-то в сторону от тропы, да, и вы, соответственно, их не трогать, они сами уползут, они на вас не нападут. Поэтому главное на них не наступить. Я в целях безопасности, я иду первым.
Распугивать гадюк, да?
Have a wonderful day, dear friends. I don't know if it's morning, afternoon, or evening for you, but I know for sure that watching this video will be mentally stimulating and useful for you in the next 10 minutes. Today is the 4th day of our trip through the Altay Mountains, and it's coming to an end. As always, the day was very busy. We visited the island of Patmos, where the current church of St. John the Theologian is located. We walked along a delightfully picturesque goat path winding along the rocky shore of the Katun. We learned the secrets of the old Kemal HPP and got a delightful positive charge from Apiari No 13. All links to videos about these events are in the description. Two big highlights of today are a visit to the Valley of Mountain Spirits and Oroktoy Bridge at the upper reaches of the Katun River. Let's watch. Another significant tourist destination in the Altay Mountains, known as the Valley of Mountain Spirits to tourists, actually has a more prosaic name, the Chechkysh Gorge. This name means not mountain spirits, as one might expect, but simply narrow. The gorge is indeed narrow, only 15 meters in the narrowest point, which is why it is called Chechkysh, meaning narrow. Despite its name, the Chechkysh Gorge attracts crowds of visitors every year. Firstly, it is a very picturesque area. Secondly, its location near the Kamalsky Tract makes it convenient to reach. Thirdly, there are several attractions in the area, while in the Chechkysh Gorge, visitors should definitely see. Well, first of all, there is a small, beautiful, as they say, man-made waterfall.
Сейчас подходим к водопаду, ну и, так скажем, вот где ручеек течет, не в самом водопаде, да, вот, ну, из него вытекает. Вы там берете камень. При этом, чем больше желания, тем больше камень. Шутка.
The waterfall is said to be man-made, but to be honest, I have vague doubts. Would someone bother turning with their own hands? You can't bring an excavator and crane into the mountains. Such huge stones. It looks more like a huge boulder rolled down from the mountains and blocking the stream. So it all settled by itself. Second, you need to take a look at the large flat rock where the climbing competitions are held. However, in any case, you won't miss it. Only if you walk along the path with your eyes closed. Although I couldn't see anything even with my glasses, there is a lot of climbing equipment left over after the competition on the rock, they say. You definitely should visit the observation deck. From there, you will enjoy a stunning view of the Katun River and a small island that resembles a heart, as they say. That's why it's called the Heart of Katun, but I think it looks more like a hedgehog with green spikes on its back. However, I'm sure nobody would call it Hedgehog of Katun, as it sounds less friendly and less familiar than Heart of Katun. The last on my list, but not least important, is a sacred place with ancient petroglyphs carved on rocks, and a cave where shamans are said to have lived from time immemorial and conducted their rituals. Alice, can you tell me what petroglyphs are?
Петроглифы – это изображения, которые были сделаны на каменных поверхностях. Они могут быть разных форм и размеров. Петроглифы часто встречаются в разных уголках мира, например, в горах, пустынях и пещерах.
Да, вот они, видно, даже уже кто-то намочил. И когда мочишь, они проявляются лучше.
About 70 petroglyphs have been found, likely carved using stone tools on rocks. The figures depict people and animals and hunting scenes. Some of the petroglyphs date back to the Bronze Age, and others are more recent, from the 1st century AD, according to archaeologists.
Это морал похоже, да? Вот рога такие ветвистые.
А кто это рисовал?
Ну а здесь человек, то вот еще было изображение, я даже его застал, да, то есть это человек с луком стреляет вот в косулю, вот в эту. То есть он застрелил косулю, а потом дух косули стоит перед человеком. А у него в руках мешочек с бронзовым зеркальцем. Ну, вроде как версия такая. То есть зеркало это как бы портал между этим.
In any case, it's truly impressive. To see and even touch a drawing that an ancient person created on a rock with their ancient hands, it's like looking into the depths of time. Wow.
Прям, ну прелесть, ну.
Да, классно.
Тягай, тебя голевой, деньги голевой. Круто. Спасибо,
Классно, да.
А ты как для себя делаешь? Или самое, или ты вот их реализуешь тоже?
Далеко не лази.
I think it's interesting that Chechkysh Gorge is privately owned. Recently, enterprising people bought it and put things in order, installed benches, cleaned up the spring, and even built a small waterfall, as I hear. Now they charge a small fee for the right to climb the upper reaches of the area. Wow, I had no idea you could just buy a whole gorge. I'm curious about how much they spent on it. Is it more expensive than a 3-bedroom apartment in a Stalin-era building on Kutuzov Avenue in Moscow? What should we call the owner? The Lord of the Gorge or Count Chechkysh? How interesting. And the final destination of our journey today is the Oroktoy suspension bridge. This bridge takes its name from a small Altay village called Oroktoy, located 12 kilometers from here. This place is simply breathtaking in its otherworldly beauty and has a slightly surreal atmosphere. Here, a bridge spans the Katun River at its narrowest point, connecting the banks. The distance between the two banks is only 20 meters, but the depth below the bridge is more than 70 m, breaking all records. When you stand on this bridge and look down at the rushing waters of the Katun, it's truly breathtaking. Chills run down your spine as you realize that there's an abyss beneath you, a tectonic rift in the Kuminsky Ridge. And what a fantastic landscape. The black lava rocks on which the riverbed lies were formed thousands and thousands of years ago during a powerful volcanic eruption. In fact, they are frozen magma. And this is the Teldekpen Rapids, some of the hardest rapids on the Katun River to navigate on a raft or kayak. They are of the 4th category of difficulty. To be honest, I can't even imagine how someone could get into the water in a boat. In 2014, during a spring flood, Katun overflowed so much that it completely covered the bridge, and for several days tried to smash it to pieces, as they say. But luckily for the locals, who rely on the Oroktoy Bridge as their only connection to the outside world, it survived. Thanks to the hard work of the builders. And to you, dear ones, I want to say not just thank you, but thank you so much for watching, liking, and sharing your thoughts in the comments. Believe me, I truly appreciate it. See you again in the wonderful world of virtual reality.